It was a David versus Goliath moment. $37 million on the pro-Issue 1 campaign, far less than that. $37 million of the Issue 1 campaign, more than 99% of it coming from out-of-state, secretly funded dark money groups. But I thought Jim Province, the State House Bureau Chief, been there probably 30 years for the Toledo Blade, put it best of all the election night coverage. And he said the following, and I'll get your reaction. He said the campaign behind the proposed reform of how Ohio redraws political districts had more than $37 million in its pockets from across the country. It had big labor and the Democratic, Libertarian, and Green parties behind it, the endorsement of every major newspaper in the state, and a near record of petition signatures. It was fronted by 2 Ohio Supreme Court justices, and it failed on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think that if you pull the lens all the way back here, there have been a number of redistricting changes that have been placed before the voters since the late 1960s, some by Republican-sponsored groups, some by Democratic-sponsored groups. All of those have failed, including this one. There have been 3 redistricting initiatives, one in 1969, one in 2015, one in 18, and when both parties supported them, they passed. And I think the answer here is that if it's a reasonable proposal that most people, both parties support, even if, like the last 2, Republicans weren't totally happy and Democrats weren't happy, then probably the voters are going to support it. So this is just another in probably about a 70-year history, 75-year history of how these things go.